time for the shop report with
Barbershop Jay.
What up, sports fans? Welcome to the Shop Report. I'm Barbershop Jay. I'll be your host for the day. Here's what's happening. As always, we want to remind you that the Shop Report is, is being powered by none other than Rocket Digital Media. It's the one-stop shop for all your digital marketing needs. You can look them up on Facebook at RDM Detroit, or you can hop on over to the website, rocketdigital.net. That's ROCKIT digital.net. And make sure while you're there, you tell them the BSJ sent you. Joining me on the P program today is none other than my cat from the NYC, a.k.a. Rucker Park. Brother Rich, what's happening?
I'm all good because I know you're happy that the Cowboys won, so we all in a good mood. So I'm just happy to be here today. That's on a day that your team won, and you celebrated. And I'm glad we
got you. Yeah. Well, that didn't take long. Yeah, right. Got you. Yeah, and on the other side of the ledger, we got my man from up north, Joey James, a.k.a. Where's your button at, man? Mr. Double J, tell the people what you say.
Hey, I am about 5-10 minutes or so from joining you physically. So,
okay.
Yeah, so I'm if I sound a little raspy, it's from all that barking that was going on.
Wow.
Whoa.
Oh, boy. Oh, wow. I'm glad you decided to join us via teleconference, Zoom, but maybe you should zoom out and get on back so we can see your face here on the P program. I mean, it's national television, and you're not here. Unbelievable. But guess what? You get a button for that. Yes, you do. Just wanted to let the viewers out there know, all 7 of y'all, we appreciate y'all as always. If you notice, I'm wearing a different set of frizz aims. I broke my other frames. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So I had to pull out, as they might say, the Coke bottle bottoms. If you say that fast 3 times. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? All right, let's get the show started on here today. Up first, as always, as I like to say, Double J, are you still with us? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Of course. Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right. Hey, how are you? You calling via phone? What are you doing there?
Yeah, and that's why I want to make sure there's no kind of audio feedback or anything like that.
Oh my!
I'm right around the corner at this point from.
Oh my! Well, don't break no speed laws or nothing like that. You know what I mean? Don't be doing
Too
75 and a 70. You know what I'm saying? I heard the Michigan cops up there is not nice sometimes.
Double J, you can say like Ice Cube, huh? Today was a good day.
Oh my God.
Why you hating on Ice Cube?
I'm not hating on I'm not hating on you. I'm not hating on
this. That man had a good day. What's wrong with that?
Ain't nothing wrong with that. It's the line that you use.
Use another line. Because the man was in the dog pound the day the Browns won. Is that what it is?
He had his shoes on the wrong feet. I seen pictures. And who gave you that hat, by the way, Double J? Who gave you that hat with the elf? You bought that hat with the elf on it? We're going to have a conversation. That's right. COMMA, conversation about that hat with the elf on it. You can't go down there wearing elves. I know these brownies and all that kind of, that don't be this dog pound. Yeah, how you sitting in a dog pound wearing the elf, man? Did you have fun?
Yeah, he was in a dog pound.
Yeah, he was. I saw the pictures. Did you have fun, Double J, sitting in the dog pound?
Are you kidding? Of course, I know, of course, it's not the kettle, right?
It's not the old dog pound either. They don't have dog. They don't even let you. Did they let you have a dog biscuit?
I was. that's another story for another day.
Yeah, I got you. So in other words, they gave y'all frozen yogurt.
Sponsored by Blue Buffalo this year. So.
Oh yeah. Oh, I thought you were about to say blue something else. Woo, I'm glad you didn't have a tongue slip right there. Yes, indeedy. Okay. All right. Let's get into today's some of today's action. My sons and I we need. My sons are listening or watching or whatever they're doing right now at this juncture, and they want. We've been going back and forth for about 3 years now. Ever since I got them hip to going to the movies and especially checking out the Marvel movies, we have this never-ending debate. It's worse than the whole Bron, GOAT, Jordan, Kobe, whatever comparison thing. Who of the Marvel universe, or out of all the Marvel characters, heroes now, not the villains, who is the toughest, who is the coldest Marvel character? And I said with no hesitation, Spider-Man. Oh my goodness, they had a conniptional type of fit. I'm telling you, when I say how much wood could a woodchuck chuck, never mind. I said, are you serious? Well, I asked my oldest son, well, who you rolling with? Iron Man. Then he got to going through all of the motions with the, well, if you don't sit down and do your homework, and then my other son gonna sit up there talking about some, it's Nova. I said, listen here, man, let me break it down to you. Right here, right now on this program, we right here on national television. I'm letting y'all know right now. And then, of course, I'll let Brother Rich and Double J had to say, Khalil, now see if y'all listening. It's Spider-Man. And let me tell you why. The amount of 2 reasons. The amount of villains that Spider-Man had. Okay? The only other not cartoon character, but the only other comic book-like character that had as many or as close to, he's not even in the Marvel universe, is Batman for DC. But we're not talking DC right now. We're talking Marvel. It's Spider-Man. Let me go through just some of the villains that he had. Electro, Rhino, the Lizard, the Chameleon, Scorpion, Kraven, Morbius, Sandman, Vulture, Mysterio, Venom, Carnage, Kingpin. Shout out to my man. I love Kingpin wasn't no joke. Green Goblin, Doc Ock. And like I just mentioned, only DC's Batman comes close to the amount of villains. And those are just 15. We're not talking about all the rest of them. And then secondly, at what point, well, let me say this. You could, whether it's the comic book or in the movie, Spider-Man can be fighting 3 of his however many villains at one time. But it took the entire Avengers to beat Ultron. Stop me when I'm lying here. Oh, that's what I thought.
We're listening to the case that you're presenting.
Okay, thank you. I'm glad. Okay, that's right. Because while you and Double J hold press conferences, Barbershop J holds court. Holla. That's right. I'm glad. Yeah, let the record show.
We know you relate this. You related this to Bron and Kobe, and so this is a serious debate. So we want to make sure we understand what you're saying.
Yeah. All I'm saying is there's no other Marvel hero, not the Hulk, not Wolverine. Who else? I like him too, by the way. Not Thor, not none of them. Okay. Oh, did I say 2? Let me bring up one more as a bonus. When the Avengers need help, who do they call? When Spider-Man need help, who do we call? Not the Avengers. Hello, I'll give myself another button for that. So right here on national television, Brother Rich, I'm going to ask you, who is Marvel's coldest hero?
Well, I like Spider-Man, but for a whole bunch of different reasons than you.
That's what who don't nobody care about your reasons. You like Spider-Man. Yeah, that's all that matters. Oh, my bad. Go ahead. Give one of your reasons.
It is why I like Spider-Man. Spider-Man is, I'm going to give it some
texture.
Some mafia-related kind of.
Oh, my gosh. Okay.
Spider-Man is an OG. Spider-Man is
okay. Absolutely. Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
OG. He sat at the original table, and
okay, got you. All right.
Comes about in his mission in a way, definitely a reluctant superhero. He's not one of these modern day Marvel's comic superheroes.
Yeah, with all these powers. Yeah,
exactly. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
So he's more related. He's more relatable. More
to the common man.
Absolute facts. That's why I'm related from a wholly different. Okay. So that's why for me, put always Spider-Man, because Spider-Man to the masses was always more relatable. Yes,
absolutely. Oh, I appreciate that. Wow, Brother Rich, I'm shocked by this. I'm just gonna give a. Yeah, I'm just gonna give a button just because. I mean, if I
give me a button.
I have to, because if I don't, it won't. You know, the show won't go on. You know, then people will cut their TVs off. Yeah. Double J, what say you? Who is Marvel's coldest hero? Not villain, hero.
Well, seriously? I can tell you, first and foremost, it's not Spider-Man.
Oh, absolutely not. Oh, please.
You can't tell that man what it is to him.
Yeah, it is. You get the full gambit. I gotta hear this
with your own rationale, right?
Oh
you
boy,
said,
here we go.
oh, when they're in trouble, who do they call? Ghostbusters.
No, I said no. I said no. We're not doing hyperboles today. I said when the Avengers are in trouble, who do they call to come help? Spider-Man, baby. We'll continue.
No. But see, now remember, this is the same Peter Parker that was when the Avengers were fighting them amongst themselves. Told him
somebody
to
wanted to
stay
be
out
a
of the
piece of
way.
chicken. What that mean? You
They
talking about the
told
Civil
him
War?
to stay out of the way. He was belittled amongst his peers. Additionally,
Oh, absolutely
the
not.
caliber of villain that Spider-Man fights is, pales in comparison to his counterparts.
Are you serious?
They're calling for his help because half of the Avengers turned to dust because they're going against Thanos. I mean, come on, not the Green Goblin.
We're not talking. We're not talking about the movies per se. The movies came after the fact. We're talking about 1962 when Spider-Man first came on the scene, baby. One of Marvel's coldest characters. And Doc Ock, the Rhino, Juggernaut, Electro, they sit at the top of the villain hierarchy. What is you saying? Especially Kingpin. Who he's gonna say? Batman. Batman got the Joker. That's really one of Batman. The Joker really is the equivalent of probably about 20 Marvel villains, to be honest with you. But he the only one. Who you gonna say? Catwoman? Absolutely not.
This is why your sons would not agree with you, because they're the new generation. This is where you get the debate and the divide, where you say you related to the Kobe Magic, Michael Jordan, Bron debate, because their generation, too many of them, they don't really appreciate the OGs of this game, the basketball
course not.
game.
Yeah.
So when you're talking about trying to relate them to the original days where Spider-Man originates and the model of that and how that becomes, as opposed to what we got today, where you got somebody who's in a suit who's a billionaire and he's flying up in the space.
And he picked up Captain America's shield and all that. Yeah, all that old crap.
He's a billionaire superhero.
Oh, stop it. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Fury. Yeah, that's right. He called Spider-Man. He said, hey, man, we need you on the team. He didn't say we want you. He said, we need you on this team. Because Captain America and Iron Man, they keep arguing.
You got to remember, we sound like old people and say, get off my lawn. That the old proverbial saying, get off. Like, man, come on, Pops is old. Man, he don't know what he's talking about. And that's how they do.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's what that is. That's that millennial talk. Okay. Okay,
so
Double J, we're going to
say they're not going to be convinced. They understand that, hey, look at old men. They don't know what they're talking about. Them dudes think Kobe is great.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Okay, I'll give you a button for that. Yeah, I caught the reference. Yeah, Double J, we got to have a conversation about that. That was unbelievable what you said. But anyway, lastly on the subject, since we all agree that Spider-Man is that dude, and if we don't agree, y'all all getting fired. I didn't notice. Double J, what'd you say? You want to get fired today or tomorrow? It's up to you. You know what I'm saying? Your AARP card is in the mail. He might not be there for a couple weeks, but it's in the mail. Spider-Man got one weakness, and I didn't even notice till I looked it up, actually. His one weakness is ethyl chloride. It dulls his reflexes. Good to know. I wonder why none of his other villains thought about that.
He's got another one. It's called Raid.
Oh, stop it.
What did he say?
He said it's the Raid. He got another villain called. Yeah, exactly. Absolutely not. Yeah. Okay. I'm glad we got that cleared up. And anywho, moving right along. All right, let's talk some NFL, as in not for long. And this is my Gridiron Games of the week so far. And of course, we're going to try to get y'all out of here in time to catch that Sunday night game, Chiefs at the Ravens, because I think that's going to be a whole humdinger. We're actually going to talk about that one, even though that one hasn't been played just yet. 8:20 p.m., or should I say on the p.m. side tonight, it's the Sunday night game on NBC. See it, saw it, done.
Right.
Yeah. The Raiders at Steelers, Brother Rich. The Raiders came all the way across the country. Now, we know in the NFL specifically, the task, if you would. Oh, and you still got the F on.
Boy, right there. There's a winner. There's a man who won today. The man who won today. There's a winner. We should applaud a winner. There's a man that won today.
Gosh. Oh my gosh!
Man that won.
Did you get those dog bones from the bone lady? Did you see the bone lady there?
I sure did.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Don't let me tell Miss Megan. Yeah. Eyes over here. Eyes over here. And see, now I just forgot my train of thought. See, this is what I'm talking about. The guy pops up, and when he gets ready to, and no, I didn't forget. I tried to tell y'all. I just wanted to see if y'all was gonna pick up on the senility, but you didn't there. It's always been said to be somewhat of a Herculean task, if you would, for a West Coast NFL team to come east, so to speak, with the time zone difference or whatever it is they said to have struggled, almost akin to, like in Denver, where the air is thin up there or whatnot. But the Raiders came to Heinz Field, Ketchup Field, and laid the smackdown on the Steelers. Brother Rich, what's up with that?
Because people don't understand that Pittsburgh is not that good. You're playing more of a brand than you're playing a good team now.
That's fair. That's a good point and a fair one too.
That's a brand. The Chargers are a team that's at least poised to. They've made some adjustments. They're poised to play football this year. There are high expectations of that team. That they're an up and coming brand. Pittsburgh is a waning brand. Let's be honest. They're not ultimately. Personally, I have personal reasons why I was glad they lost today. That's personal. But nevertheless, the fact remains that they are what we thought they were. Roethlisberger is finished, and he showed that today. That team is finished. They have a good coach, a great coach. Let's be honest. He has a fantastic coach.
I like my comment.
Were it not for the coach, were it not for the brand, that team is not even in this game today. But you saw a team that doesn't have it like that anymore. They don't have the kind of pieces to the puzzle that they can just put in place and do it like that anymore. They're in rebuild mode, and that's what we're going to see all year long.
All right, that's fair. But you know what? I just, because they've been doing it for so long, forever and a day, it's hard to count them out in any game, to tell you the truth, because they were in that game even still. To be honest with you.
Come on now.
But I don't. Excuse me, I don't disagree that they look over the hill. You know what I'm saying? Especially being Roethlisberger. He done took a lot of hits over the years. He done took a lot of hits over the years. Double J, what do you make of the Raiders coming all the way to Heinz Field? Because Heinz Field is still a tough place to play, and knocking off the Pittsburgh Steelers today. Boy, I got some Steelers fans and friends that are not happy right now. But guess what? So what? Continue.
Well, they really should be unhappy, because not only did the Raiders travel halfway across the country to do so, but in a bad weekend. I think Western Michigan beat Pitt in that same field just the day before. So
let's not talk about Michigan right now. What they did to my Hurricanes.
Beat them like they stole something.
Yeah, I know. But they already calling for his head. We need Jimmy Johnson or Butch Davis back.
Shocker. He goes to the Cowboy, huh?
Thank you.
Unbelievable.
Isn't
Jimmy Johnson was with the Miami Hurricanes.
51 years old now.
Jimmy Johnson was with the Hurricanes well before he ever thought about going to the Cowboys.
But isn't he like 900 years old now? How old is he?
What that got? What? We just talked about OG. He OG. Make up my mind, man. You're OG or ABCD? What we doing here?
Come on.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, Double J.
Eric Bieniemy, well, we hope he comes to USC, but get somebody of note to bring that program back to its prominence.
Oh,
well, it's either going to be, I believe, him or Ryan Day or I'm sorry, not Ryan Day, from Cincinnati, the old Ohio State, Luke Fickle. There we go.
Luke Fickle, yeah, got you. Oh, Cincinnati coach, yeah, you got a little jet lag there still. Double J, you've been flying. I mean, how long is the flight from Italy? I mean, my gosh, you know what I'm saying? Every week, this guy's all across the country. He's sending photos from, blue water, oceans, dolphins, swimming with the whales. Meanwhile, I'm over here still chasing squirrels. Anywho, but so now in any event, the Raiders are 2-0. They showed fortitude. They done knocked off the AFC North. We already discussed now in our division preview. The AFC North is still a division to be reckoned with, despite what you may think about Cincinnati. And of course, the Browns, we can already talk about them, of course, next. The Browns, they still got to get their little fortitude act together. But the AFC North is still a formidable division, and the Raiders done knocked off 2. I mean, what are we saying about John Gruden, the $100 million man?
Well, look, he's had 6 years to put something together. And truthfully, again,
already?
Well, it feels like it. But additionally, what made this particular win so impressive is the fact that they did it without Josh Jacobs. So virtually with no run game whatsoever.
Yeah, good point.
And despite being one-dimensional and somebody like myself in a hurry needing a fantasy wide receiver, I nearly went with Ruggs, and he has a phenomenal day. So
you didn't pick Ruggs?
No, and I should have. So yeah, we'll see how Sammy Watkins, ladies and gentlemen, just for the record, is who I'm going with. So we'll see what happens. Wow. But anyway, nevertheless, Pittsburgh, on the other hand, I think they put so much emphasis into that week 1 win against, those the wagon circlers. And truthfully, I think
they look pretty good today, by the way. I don't think they would do the Dolphins like that.
Well, it shows that they truly laid an egg. And that one's going to be one that potentially they have the regret word later in the season when, your record matters.
Mm-hmm.
But Pittsburgh has yet with Najee Harris, we thought that would solve all their problems. This trio could run for 38 yards. It's horrible with the lack of this is the worst offensive line that we've seen in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, for sure.
In the 20th century.
Right.
Yeah, for sure. And then was it a Pittsburgh player who spit on another guy? Was that the Pittsburgh offensive lineman? Somebody spit on him? That's
going to be very ugly. I think he's done for a minute.
Yeah. No, I ain't the toughest guy in the room. Don't spit on me, man.
No, that's that one.
Me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm gonna have to pay the fine. Man, if I'm a teammate of yours that you got spitted on, and I'm pay the fine for you, dog. You know what I mean? You got to go up under that chin strap or something one good time, man. Yeah. You don't spit on nobody, man. Romanowski was good for that. But I talked to him. I interviewed him years ago now. And he said, he talked about CTE, and a lot of that had to do with, we talk about football players all the time, man. And you can't ask a guy to play a violent game, even though the rule changes and make it where, you can't do the Deacon Jones head slap no more. You know what I mean? But it's still cats crashing into each other at 300 something north of 300 pounds, at a high rate of speed. So, I mean, hey, listen, it's a violent.
I'll say of it what Shannon Sharp said. It's legal violence.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. That's good stuff. That's what I was searching for.
Legal violence. So, I mean, let's be honest. There's damage happening with people. So I can believe that.
Yeah, for sure. One more thing about the Raiders, Brother Rich, and you can answer this too, Double J. But the Raiders knocking off the Steelers again and the Ravens, even though it's still early in the season, seeing how there's now 17 games we played, does that bode well for the Raiders maybe down the road, like tiebreakers and things of that nature?
No, sir. The Raiders don't impress me yet because I'm not going to get on the John Gruden bandwagon because, as Double J pointed out to us, he's been there for so many years, and I'm not going to get on his bandwagon just because he's 2-0, and one of those teams that he beat was Pittsburgh, who I just said to us, and we just admitted on this program, is not the most impressive team this year. Remember that. We are not even 5 games into the season yet before you talk about a man who got $100 million to, let's see, we need way more than 2-0. We need to know that this team is.
You need AFC Championship.
No doubt about
what'd you say? If Mark Sanchez could lead the just to AFC Championship, then John Gruden got a whole lot more to prove.
He's not just going to give up the throw the flag in because he's dead 2-0, and one of the teams they beat was the Pittsburgh Steelers. With their quarterback is 50 years old. No, sir, we're not going to.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. All right, good stuff. Our next game, of course, is as the number 2 slot, but number 1 in my co-host eyes and surely all the Browns backers across the world. Let's give a shout out to the Browns for getting it done today. As you can see,
that's right.
He was here in Cleveland, the dog pound. I heard they have extra toilets at the stadium now. And they're getting ready to remove the name First Energy. I wish they would.
You notice everything he says is negative about the team.
He doesn't
include himself in the fan base. Everything is a mockery of what the old brand used to be. Nothing of the recognition of the new brand.
No, I'm giving you what you mean. I just gave an applause. Did you hear the applause? Hello, I'm gonna need you to get a set of headphones. That's what I'm gonna need you to do, so you can hear the applause. Okay, I'm just saying. Listen, the First Energy. Hey, you don't understand. The municipal was a dump. You couldn't get to the bathroom. Now it's easily accessible. That's all I'm pointing out here.
I'll say this. Those lines, however, suggest something very different as far as efficiency.
Well,
I had a gentleman actually say that at municipal, of course, that they had, the troughs. So it may have not been ideal.
No.
Yeah, at least they were moving a little bit faster.
Oh, no, they were not. No, they were not. And I don't mean to gross anybody that's watching. I don't mean to gross you out. But if I'm not mistaken, this is for my man, B. Roos. You know who I'm talking to. It was a Steelers fan who boo-booed on himself. And he had, I think it was a Steelers fan, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, but it was a fan. He got caught on camera washing his pants out in the sink because he had, I guess, one too many. I don't know. Maybe he took a suppository or something before going to the game. You can't do that. All right, in those stadiums, you can't do that. Shame on you, Stinky Poo. Shame on you.
What kind of program are we on now, Double J?
I don't know.
Why do you have to talk about the Browns?
I said the Steelers.
It went to Tosh.0 real quick.
Exactly.
Hey, what you know about that? Double J, you don't know nothing about that. Hey, but it was a great win for the Browns today. Defense looked a little sluggish. If you go through my timeline, there are a lot of people here from Cleveland that I'm friends with or whatnot. They are not happy. You all think I give y'all the Browns the business. Believe me, you should. Double J, you didn't come to the right parts of Cleveland. Next time, let me know ahead of time that you're coming. Okay, and I'll take you to some real Browns.
I've been to I've been with the Claire, right?
Oh yeah. Oh, that's right.
99.
All right.
Then I've been to 9th, and in the First Energy. I try. All right. I'm at least. Our host, on the other hand, he can't seem to find the time. He's in
he's 52 years old, mind you, okay, and he has a bad back, okay, and bad knees, okay, and he's got bunny slips here at the house. All right, and he has a TV remote. You won't catch me, Copper.
Yeah, he's comfortable at the ranch. I get it. Good to have land. I get it.
It sure is. You should see my
is comfortable at the ranch.
Yes, it sure is. You should see my fireplace. Whoopie
I'm
dude.
sure.
Yeah,
I bet, especially this time of year, huh?
Yeah. I'll say this too. Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt are the NFL's best fourth quarter running back duo, bar none.
Bar
none.
Yeah.
With all due respect to Henry and whoever else you can name, because I can't really tell you the truth, but the reason we call them Gridiron Games is because they give us that feeling of what it was like, when it was grinded out, muck it out type of deal. And that's what the Browns did in the fourth quarter with Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt. I mean, my goodness. Them boys, they couldn't be stopped. So I'm going to give them a shout out.
Absolutely.
To my two. Go ahead, brother Rich.
So I'm excited to hear about what the energy was like in the dog pound. So I'm definitely going.
It was off the chart. There was people that have spent the night, 2 nights before.
I'm sure. I just want to feel that energy through my brother and friend right here, because I'm just happy that my man was at the pound day. You know what I mean? And
please. Oh wow. Shocking.
Barbershop.
Yeah. What do you have to say about that victory over the Texans today, Brother Rich, about your Browns?
Well, first and foremost, I'm so ecstatic that you have finally come across the bridge and realized that you should at least give the Browns some credit on this program. Finally.
I give the Browns credit all the time. What are you talking about?
That running game is what's going to bring us all the way to SoFi. That running game is going to take us all the way to SoFi. I was a little bit, and I remain a little bit disappointed in the defense. I don't think they've showed up yet in the way that I believe they will show up before the end of the year. But they're there, but they're not in a way that you expect them or anticipate that they're going to be there. Like, pardon
they don't attack.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
They don't attack. They're not aggressive.
That's exactly what I was going to do. Give the example of the Ravens. That I want them to be that kind of, where you got to see that kind of hunger on defense. And I believe we'll see that before the end of the year when we get into hopefully crunch time. I believe that Myles Garrett has that, and he's conserving because of his injuries last year. He's conserving some in the tank because as the season grinds on. I believe that's what we're going to see.
Okay, and that's possible.
I certainly believe Clowney got something to prove, so he'll turn up the heat a little bit as we get ready to go through a little deeper in the season. And his stats don't necessarily show yet that he's deserving of what he's looking forward to in that last big contract. So for me, I like what I saw. I like what we're doing. I like where the team is. And I continue to tell you, it's on the SoFi, baby, for this team. I know this team will represent the AFC. I don't know who else will be there, but I know who's going to represent the AFC. Yeah.
Got you. Yeah. It's going to look like it's going to be Kansas City.
Yeah.
To tell you the truth.
Oh,
that's what I'm saying. Even though,
okay.
What do you mean?
All right.
Wait. Check the tape, or should I say, run through the tape, Jay? No. If I'm not mistaken, you both said that Patrick Mahomes is Jordan in
I continue to say that.
Right? Okay.
Didn't change.
Okay. So if I said it looked like it's going to be Kansas City, where did I say? How was that a bad thing?
No, it's not. It's not a bad thing. But the only reason you're saying that is because you don't want it to be the Browns. Because you're a Browns.
I do want it to be the Browns.
No, you don't. No, you don't. Because if you wanted it to be the Browns, you would look at the Browns and understand that if you give it pound for pound, man for man, you can't just admit that we have the best running game in the NFL and then at the same time dismiss the possibility that we have a quarterback that's competent. He shows that week after week after week. So all the pieces are in place. We have a receiver, a world-class receiver sitting on the sideline that once he comes back, we anticipate that he will continue to be some flashes of himself, but you dismiss all of that and tell us
okay,
we're going to be Kansas City.
No. Okay, so wait.
Why are we going to take that as a fact?
Hold on. If Patrick Mahomes is the Michael Jordan in cleats, then what am I wrong about saying anybody can beat them?
What do you mean? Jordan lost some games?
He ain't lose when it mattered most.
No, we don't. We're not. Here's the thing. Here's the difference, though.
Okay, Jordan, so you're saying again,
deciding factor in terms of the sport that he plays. Jordan was the deciding factor. Football has so many variables in terms of injuries and the factors that have to be complete for season's end. I'm here to tell you that the team that you're looking at has more depth, has more potential at each position, that at the end of the season, the possibilities are quite probable that they will be more in a health position to complete the task that they would have completed last year were it not for youth, experience, and injury because we didn't have Odell Beckham.
Okay, I'm with you all those things. But let me ask you this question. As of right now, when you watch the Browns today and you watch Kansas City, who would beat whom?
The Browns would beat Kansas City. I would say that again.
Whoa.
We got to at the end of the year. The Browns.
Okay, so it's on tape. All right, we just want to make sure it's on tape because there's a few extra people that's out there watching today that wasn't watching before. They're watching now. You all heard the man. The Browns will take down Patrick Jordan.
When it matters,
Michael
in this season, the Browns will take Kansas City down. Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, as of today, I'm glad that the Browns got their victory over the Tennessee Texans.
You are?
Yeah, I'm glad the Browns won over the Houston Oilers today. It was a fantabulous win. Well, you all, out of this expression is your face that you make.
You're so disrespectful. You know that
I'm not. But I'm not. What are you saying? We're talking about the Browns here. What are you saying? My gosh. But what did I tell you, though, Brother Rich, a long time ago? See, you real crafty with making up stuff. You know how they say, like when you was a kid, they say in the greatest game that was played at League Park for the kids in the World Series, Brother Rich hit 2 home runs, but by the 10 years after the fact, he hit 30 home runs in that game. Yeah, I get it. The legend grows and all that old good kind of stuff. I get it. I get it. But did I not tell you how many eons ago, since you would like to say I am not no Browns fan, but I'll let you get away with that because it's all its and giggles for the program. You know, a little laughter. But who told you the Browns have had the most success when they've always had a two-back system?
You did say that.
I told you that years ago.
You did say
okay,
that.
I'm going to give myself a button because he admitted it.
All you're doing is proving you're a good sports historian. I'm here to be a witness. I don't trust anyone on this program in the world that's listening. And on this program, I can tell you there is not much better in the world when it comes to sports history and sports memorabilia and the understanding of sports constructs and teams than this man, Barbershop Jay. He's a genius when it comes to that. He's still a Browns hater when it comes to
Hold on. Okay, all right. So
and
I guess
he's
I'm
a Cowboys fan. For all who want to know.
Oh, please, absolutely not. Absolutely
we were
not.
wondering if the program going to be delayed today because the Cowboys, like the mail, they delay everything.
Oh, wow. No. You said all of that and it didn't go nowhere. That's all right. On The Apprentice. Tune in next week. Yeah, Double J, what do you make of? I mean, I don't even know why I'm even asking you because it's going to be another 27 minutes of a soliloquy.
Oh, it sure is.
Double J.A. Smith from ESPN, and the N stands for not. What do you have to say about being in company with all the other 75 million thousand hundred? Can you put thousands after millions? I don't know. Fans who attended First Energy Stadium. Oh, but before you answer, by the way, Brother Rich, no, seriously, you need to look up what's happening here in Cleveland. Your boy Bashir and all of them that's running for the mayoral thing. It's this issue about First Energy and the naming of the stadium, and they got caught. First Energy got caught with doing bribes or something or another. A lot of Cleveland council people are calling for the Browns to remove First Energy off of the stadium's name and just go back there. It used to be called Cleveland Brown Stadium.
Right.
You know, they need to do that. But go ahead, Double J. What were you going to say?
Well, before, you just chopped their opponents to, the Washington Generals or the Boston Shamrocks or,
keep it coming
along those lines.
The LA Draft Dodgers. Woo, yeah. Oh, and by the way, the Padres are done. Yeah, they're done. They're done. The Padres are done. The Padres.
We told you that months ago.
Okay, well, I mean, hey, I wasn't taking I was taking medication at the time. What you wanted me to do? I mean, my mind is clear now.
But did you see, Bro Richie? He jumped ship real quick. He flip-flopped. He went to up north to to San Francisco really quick.
That's okay.
How long that lasts?
That's okay. Well, let's ask Matt Stafford. Anyway, what were you gonna say, Double J? Probably nothing. I don't know.
So first and foremost, I want to say this: that atmosphere is what you want. It's absolutely what you want, and I'm tired of this league pretending that it doesn't exist, that it's a small market. Look at the decibels. Okay, there was mini earthquakes happening on the shores of Lake Erie. Additionally, when it comes to the play on the field, to your point defensively, yes, they have not shown anything where it is painfully frustrating.
They shouldn't be in zone. They shouldn't. You don't go ahead.
Late in the fourth quarter, I would say early fourth quarter, they finally brought some heat. And
you know why? You know why? I just mentioned it to Brother Rich before you came on air today. I said after last week's game, Clowney and Miles should do what? That he should do what with them? And they were on one side of the line. Both of them were on the same side a couple of times. They are true natural defensive ends. Both of them are. But if you mix them and match them along that defensive front, then you cause more problems for offensive linemen making calls and checks and whatever it is, because neither one of them guys really are. I mean, if they really get going, they're unblockable, especially Miles. You got to send him from different areas, man. And what I want to see, the second level, they have to play downhill. even in the secondary. I seen guys playing. You got Delpit back. You got John Johnson. You got all them guys. Why are you let your safeties? If you're gonna play cover 2, just play cover 2. Let everybody else eat, man. But you waiting on it to come to you. You got Newsome and Ward as cover corners, and you got them playing 10, 15 yards off the ball. That's when they did that with Jabril Peppers was here. It just make no sense. It just don't make no sense. They shouldn't be playing zone.
I mean, I'm again. I was at odds with you, just 5-6 days ago about this very same thing. Again, witnessing it in person, I was thankful that because again, this fan base is passionate. They're going to say how they feel, and I heard, Woods, are you going to ever call a blitz?
Oh, you heard? That's okay. So you heard it firsthand. You were sitting next to people that were saying the same thing I'm saying. Like, what are you doing out there, man?
But I was thinking it, and I didn't want to be the one, to kind of to get that kind of chant going. I wanted to be a pioneer of change, and and I believe I accomplished that. I think everybody again was in a great mood, especially if you saw the exit, and some folks really had a good time.
You said people were in a great mood. That happens a lot when there's a lot of Bud Light being flowed.
Well, that was certainly true over there.
I see pictures of a guy.
I'm sure it was flowing thick.
Oh my goodness! Oh my gosh! Well, it was flowing at the Muni lot. I told you, people was lined up for miles. They showed a picture from like up above. I guess a drone picture or whatever it is. I mean, it was people in the Muni lot. It's about as far as 3 or 4 miles. I don't even know if it go that long. For however long it go, it was people everywhere. So yeah, the stuff is always flowing here in Cleveland. But you got to lay off of that stuff sometime. And I saw a picture of a guy at a game. I don't know if it was a baseball game or a football game, but he had like 200 cans all under his seat of a Bud Light. He was tossing them back, baby. Must have been a Browns fan. Must have been a Browns fan.
Double J, you know, did they indicate to you, or are they going to have to, you got to take the thing to go to games in the future?
I was just going to ask you that next too. You talking about the you got on your phone or whatever? How do they do that?
You know what I'm talking about.
That they made no mention of it. Truthfully,
so we can't say that on no show because they'll block the program. But
right. Yeah, no, I know where you're going with it, and so just for the sake of being a little bit more vague about it, there was no questions that were asked, and it was just thanks for coming. So very, very upbeat. I would say naturally very relaxed. It seemed like, based on where I was, that group had been around each other for a while. Everyone seemed to know each other quite well. So, what is that? Could I make the case that was how the entire approached the entire venue? I can't say for sure. But otherwise, there was no kind of formal announcement or anything of that kind. I think because of the approach that the league itself had with the players, that if they're taken care of in that respect, then I mean, they were engaging with fans and things of that nature. I'm sure you guys have seen that plenty of times.
Good deal.
Yeah. So otherwise, again, great experience, great victory. Baker using his legs. Don't know what
I was glad to see that. Yeah, I was glad to see that.
Not only that, there were a few times, especially with Jarvis out, that he really had to go through his progressions. We talked about how great it was that he had his receivers out and in the off season and getting
all
familiar
of that stuff
with
matters. That's called detail.
But it's even more important.
My man Kobe.
When your 1 and your 2 are gone.
Fact.
In the blink of an eye. Again, he hasn't had, naturally we all know Beckham hasn't been there all year and up to this point. And then to see Jarvis go out in the first half is one of those things that I think even the fan, there was a little bit of of a we've either seen this before, or is this
yeah, that's why fans do it,
and that's why I try to no they've been listening to our host for too long.
No, they haven't.
No, this is where you have to give like you said, you have the best running back duo, you have the best backfield period in the NFL.
You got to use it. Listen, but those people that you were sitting next to, those people those are people that got season tickets, that have season tickets, that have been in their family for 50 years.
Yeah, but
they're not listening to me.
That's the problem. That's the problem.
But they've been passed down to kids and kids and kids.
But Jay, but it's been passed down. But here's the difference. This brand is different, and people are going to have to accept that. This brand is different. This is a brand new thing. Yes, because remember, the reality is, the team that people were attached to left town. And the fight was to keep the name. That was it. This is a whole new construct. And yes, they rebuilt from the ground up. But this team has paid its dues in a whole new way. That team, they paid their dues and they never achieved. But this is a whole new team, a whole new brand, a whole new construct. And this team has paid its dues. And we're watching a team develop every year. For the last 3 years, we've watched this team progress. Show me a time when the past Browns showed this much potential. This much. I'm
I'm on record for saying that. I mean, I'm on record for saying they didn't have more, but I done watched them long enough to be able to say I've been watching them since '76. That's long enough to say that they have more in the cupboard now than at any other time since I've been watching. But at the same time, I'll tell you what Herm said too. When they left here, when they came back, they should have came back with new name, new colors. Herm told me that.
They couldn't.
Huh? Yeah, they could have. You didn't read the book False Start. Yes, they could have.
I get legally that yes, they could.
They could have.
But they owed it to too many people.
Yeah, the fan base asked the city to keep the name. That was what the fan base demanded. They said
they asked them to keep the team too, and they ain't pay no attention to that.
But it wasn't on the fan base to keep the team. But the fan base could appeal to the NFL that okay, you can take the team, but don't take the name. We want a new team eventually, and we want a new name. And there was
really wasn't. If you read the False Start, it really wasn't the fans. The fans, of course, wanted it or whatnot, but it was decided by I don't want to say Carmen policy.
But the fans never decided anything. So when I say the fans decided it, we're saying the fans wanted it.
That wasn't like, I mean, what, other than maybe the Baltimore Colts, moving like kind of overnight, that was the only
the Baltimore Colts, that was worse. They didn't tell anybody. That's what I
mean. But
that's what I'm saying. They didn't tell anybody. They just moved in the middle of the night. People came to work the next day and the doors were locked.
You only have twice in the history of the league that anything of that sort has ever transpired. So when it came to somebody else emerging in the essentially the ashes of yesteryear,
we talking about moving? Other teams haven't moved.
Yeah, and look,
man, the Raiders have moved 65 times.
Right, but they always kept the name with them. They look, the folks in Oakland aren't
they was the LA Raiders.
They always keep the brand. They kept their name. They keep their brand. That's it. They wanted their brand. That's why the people follow the Raiders. The people don't care. The Raiders fans don't care where they play. And they're playing in an ideal city for the Raiders right now. But the Raiders fans do not care. The Raiders, all the Raiders want to know is, are we the Raiders? That's all we are. So as long as they got the silver and black and have that logo, that's what they follow. So let's be honest. It's different with that. That's the same thing with the Browns. The Browns fans said, we want those colors. We want that logo. And they asked to keep that. And in the NFL, eventually, because the NFL could not rationalize taking away a team from one of the original franchises and taking away a team from a fan base that had been and has been. You always tell us the sad stories of yourself as a little boy. Why you hate the Browns is because your grandfather loved them. and he used to get angry when they lost.
Those are lies.
Your grandfather
okay, well that didn't take long.
And so they encourage you to follow the Cowboys.
Yeah, got you. Yeah, got you. I see. I ain't the only one.
This is how real franchises ran.
Exactly.
All that stuff.
Yeah. I'm not the only one.
But we know that the team they have a long-standing history in that city.
Yeah, right. I see. I'm not the only one.
Now, if that were truly the case, if that were truly the case, with what you're saying here, then why at potentially even the same, look what you just said, given the fiasco going on with First Energy right now, look what you were potentially looking to call the stadium.
Cleveland
you yourself.
Stadium. It was named that already. It was called Cleveland Brown Stadium at first.
But you are actually agreeing with us that if it were to revert, it should go back to its name because that name resonates with their fan base. That's what people want it to be, just Cleveland Brown Stadium. That's the whole argument there with that.
Man, they could have been called the Cleveland Titans and like the Cleveland Spiders, and they would have been on it.
But then at that point, so then why is Jim Brown and Luke Rosa and Paul Brown, why are their names up there then?
Oh, please.
Shouldn't they be in Baltimore?
Well,
eating crab cakes?
Hey, listen.
Isn't that where what they did?
No,
did that go with them? Or is it still here?
No, Ozzie Newsome went with them. But anyway, and he's still in the Ring of Honor too. But what I'm saying to you is crab cakes are not a side. They should have had a different name and different colors. All right. Moving right along. Oh, but again, man, I mean, at the end of the day, the Browns.
Are you admitting to the world again one more time? Are you admitting to the world again one more time that you are not a Browns fan and you rather they had kept got a new name? You don't like this team.
Hey, I went down in Lake Erie.
It's good for you to just admit it.
I went down in Lake Erie with Municipal Stadium.
Okay,
I was down there.
Thank you.
You understand?
Yeah.
So what are you talking about?
He's 250 feet deep. He went down.
Down
Bernie Kosar.
Right.
He went down south. Is what he's saying. I get it. We know.
Whoa! You didn't you being disrespectful? Are you disrespecting Bernie on this program? Oh, absolutely.
Well, we know your barbershop Kosar. We know. You took this and then you went.
Tell people again. What is it? Right. Tell it. Yes, right. Dog pound, baby. I still know how to get in C-section, C9. Anyway, let me get me started right there. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know what? I'm going to say this.
Y'all go to
Lollapalooza publicly.
What?
Denver Broncos will be there on a Thursday night.
Oh, okay.
Where's our host going to be? Because I will
at work.
Oh no! Of course. Bro, Rich, I give him 6 weeks of notice.
Oh, fact.
Hey, I don't care how many weeks of notice you give. They give me a paycheck.
I hear you.
They give me a paycheck. Okay, so I mean, Anyway,
but that's all right. At least for those watching, especially those that try to have with our resident historian here.
Thank you very much. It sounds like a wise crack, but okay, I'll let you have that back. But go ahead. What would you say now?
For the leaders of the new school can be found at First Energy from the shop.
I like how you said that, Double J.
Yeah, right.
That's a new fan base. That's what y'all got to get. You old heads got to get.
We get it.
The new school. That's
old heads. I know you old heads.
In terms of how you talk about
old heads.
I'm talking about the Browns fan sentiment. That's
team. Clean that up.
Follow the new team.
That's okay. That's all right. That's why the Yankees and the Dodgers.
That old mentality. That team is gone.
That's why the Yankees and the Dodgers stink. Yeah, absolutely.
Are you serious? Are you watching baseball?
Yeah, I am watching baseball, and I know. Believe me, the Rays and the Giants are coming.
You told us that's what you said about the Padres a few months ago. You swore to me the Padres were coming. That's what you told me. The Padres are coming. I said, coming on what? They coming on the highway?
Yeah, okay. I get to do what y'all do. Oh, yeah, my bad. Let me hit the button. Anyway. Game number 3. The Saints at the Panthers. Well, that Jameis Winston ordeal was short-lived.
Man.
Do you think the Saints' issues were tied to the fact that they had and this is going to be a big issue, even though I didn't write for it here today in the show. We're talking about this whole COVID deal. The Saints were one of the first teams, if I'm not mistaken, probably the only team that was reported before the season started. They were 100% vaccinated, everybody in the building. and now look at what they're dealing with now. You get what I mean? So hey, you think that has something to do, or there's some correlation there in why they took it on the head to Sam Darnold and the Panthers? Were we wrong about Sam Darnold?
Yes,
about Sam Darnold?
You certainly were. Look,
Okay,
I sat there in Ford Field with Gary V. You know, what I would call him.
Oh, you were throwing tomatoes at Matt Stafford when you were at Ford Field? Absolutely.
Well, I watched
oh, yeah.
that JETS Jets crowd crown him Sammy the Savior. Now, that franchise, after, you know, I mean, what the unfortunate passing of that previous owner, that fumbled the Parcells and Belichick transition.
Mm-hmm.
They've never been the same, and so now they're going to try it again. Hopefully, with you know, Dearborn, Michigan guy Robert Saleh, and you know, we'll see but unfortunately, you know, at least he's getting paid. Now,
yeah,
as far as Darnold goes, it certainly helps when you have a running game, which he certainly had no such thing in New York.
McCaffrey is one of the coldest in the league.
When you look at the time of possession, it was absolutely lopsided. Now, third down efficiency for the Saints was atrocious. That's for a number of reasons, which again, we've talked about somewhat of the same thing with what they're doing. But a week ago, the verdict was never out. The jury was still out, because even though Jameis threw for 5 touchdowns, he threw for under 150 yards. It was like he was just shovel passing into the end zone, like he was Brett Favre in the tail end of his career.
I didn't know that. Really?
I didn't
know. I didn't know
Minnesota days.
Yeah,
but it was atrocious.
Yeah, I didn't know what his passing yards were in that first game. I mean, after we watched what the Panthers did, see, again, I guess I just got to ask the question: does it matter which team? But here we are, week 2 in the season. We still got 15 more weeks to go.
Now, this isn't fair to Jameis either, and I'm going to say why. Michael Thomas, $25 million. Where is he?
Oh, wow.
Last year, $25 million.
Yeah, wow.
He played in, you know, you and I have played in as many NFL games as Michael Thomas. I think I've attended more NFL games this season than Michael Thomas.
What you suggesting here? Michael Thomas is washed up? Is that what you're doing?
No, I think he's protecting himself. I think he's gotten some bad advice. Or maybe some very good advice based on what you're saying, right?
Yeah,
so
that's possible.
He may have had a thing with, you know, I don't know if he had any kind of issues with either Sean Payton or Drew Brees last year, because it never made sense to me that an ankle injury that against Tampa in I think that was week 1, he stayed out for almost like 7 to 8 weeks on an injury that was half that recovery time for the like highest of grades. Now, everybody's body's different. I'm not going to question, you know, that part of it, if he was faking or not, or milking it, if you will. All I know is there was a lot of the rumor mill, which seems to get a little bit louder when there's more anonymous sources when things of that nature are taking place.
Yeah, nobody wants to put a name on anything.
Of course not. No, because they'll catch a couple hands. You know, or something. Right. So, nevertheless, he wasn't pleased. And again, the challenge is you're guaranteed money, right, in this league, and I will never be mad at that. Having what I consider family members that have made it to that level, that have really paved, kind of been trailblazers in that respect, based on what they were able to do post career from, you know, again, the fruits of that labor. I'm not mad at him for what he's getting. He earned it at one point in time, but now he's protecting that investment. I do not foresee Michael Thomas playing at all this year.
I've heard a few other people say that as well. Actually, I kind of forgot that he was like the lone wolf. He was even on the team, to tell you the truth. Let me throw this at you all. Could the Panthers be the NFCs? I'm talking about the NFC. Oh, the whole conference, the whole NFC. Could they actually be the NFC's biggest surprise?
No.
After 2 games, you don't see it. No. What if they end up after the first 7 games? What if they're 5-2 or something like that?
Christian McCaffrey can't be the back to take you to the promised land. Let's keep it real. That's not going to happen. That's not going to last.
Okay.
Right? He's been injured the last 2 years, right? And let's be honest, that team is not. They have not invested enough in that team as of yet to let us know that they can make that kind of run. Not when you're talking about San Francisco and
Seattle, because Seahawks are playing pretty well too.
A laundry list of teams that we would have to go through.
Rams, that whole NFC West.
Yeah, you got people that they would have to deal with and go up against.
Hey, Double J, right quick, give me an update on that Cardinals Vikings. Was the Cardinals Vikings game?
Yeah, game that has gone final. Cards victorious by 1, 34-33.
Wow, really? It was a scoring output like that?
Now, you get credit on this P program for turning this on to that young quarterback out in Arizona who you always told us was going to be a star.
Okay. Look, that's all I could do. I said it almost a year ago to the day.
Yeah, almost a year ago. Oh, you remember that? Oh, okay, got you.
I want to give you. I want to tell the audience to check the tape. But
I certainly
be ahead of the curve anyway.
But let the audience
one day this program
know.
will actually believe that coaches matter in the NBA.
Yeah, oh boy, here we go with that. Yeah. Anyway, whatever you say, Ben Simmons, take the shooting sleeve off. Okay, it's erupting your image.
Who's Doc talking about?
He said no, they don't have enough weapons to take the NFC. The Panthers.
Correct.
Yeah, he said the same thing. Yeah, that's what Doc said.
Well, look, you just pointed out.
Oh, and D Gully weighed in. What's up, D Gully? It's all good.
Hey.
Yo, I thought he was gonna leave a comment, but all right, he didn't. What'd you say, Double J?
Well, you just pointed out with Cleveland, you need 2 backs in this league at this point to really, again. So to put all of that on Christian McCaffrey, it's not sustainable.
Facts.
Yeah. So then Sam Darnold was basically just a flash in the pan. We'll see. Will the real Sam Darnold please stand up? Is that what we're saying here?
Well, I think what we're seeing is real. The problem is when push comes to shove, and again, I try to keep in mind that it is that quote unquote any given Sunday concept, but the fact of the matter is, even if they were to sneak into the playoffs, they would be in the wild card game going against on the road to some of these NFC West teams.
Right.
That are, that is, they call that. So that would be like from a Champions League perspective in soccer, they would call it the group of death. That division is a group of death.
Okay.
I know, you try to call the NFC East, on the other hand, the toughest division in football.
That was 5 years ago. Seriously.
No, you just said that.
I didn't realize it was.
I did not. Yeah. I did not. And I'll pull the tape. Yes, thank you.
You're supposed to run through it, I thought.
Kenny that guy right there. Kenny needs to run through the tape. And our bonus squad, or should I say our bonus game, so we can let you all get out of here and watch the Sunday night game, is actually the Sunday night game. Right quick, Double J. Tell us, the Chiefs at the Ravens, who wins this game tonight? And will this game matter in terms of the AFC picture?
It does matter. You're saying,
so in other words, we selective about which teams and which games. Okay, go ahead, continue.
Well, look, first and foremost, you've already used our words against us when it came to Mahomes and the Chiefs.
What?
So naturally,
who would do such a thing? Not I, said the cat.
Well, the curiosity gives the cat as well. So
yeah, but the cat got 9 lives, baby. Yeah. Yeah, your turn. Yeah, welcome. I'm too quick with it, baby.
I'll say this: that game has kicked off, of course, and it is already on fire. It is 7-7. Less than 5 minutes into the game.
Oh, well, we got to get out of here. Let's wrap it up. Oh, my, we was about an hour and 2. Gee, my knees, boy. You see how good it is? I mean, it's like when good conversations get happening, you lose. With time show flies when you might have size. That's all I'm going to say. All right. I appreciate y'all for joining me today. And for the few people that left comments, Miss Wanda Oliver, I couldn't make out what it is that you left here, but thank you. Doc, as always, I salute you. And D Gully, by all means, man, if you ever want to jump. Yeah, yo, right? If you ever inclined to jump on with us, man, just let me know. And it's always a go. And on that note, it's been fun, but we got to run. We appreciate y'all for listening. Don't forget to check us out right here on the StreamYard Network. Did I say the StreamYard Network? Yeah. Or you can check us out on Facebook, Twitter, or wherever you listen to your favorite vodcasts, as well as the shop's Facebook fan page. And if that don't work, Google it for my man's Be Rich. Oh, boy. Double J and all those who follow and support us. We say thank you. I'm Barbershop Jay, and you've been listening to the Shop Report. And remember, the next time y'all want to know what's really going on, man, come to the shop. Walk-ins are always welcome. Holla.